Hey, gear geeks! You ever come across a piece of gear that you just want to shout way out loud from the rooftops? Well, that's what YouTube's about. This is a Fender Blues Junior, the fourth. I think that's funny. Okay, here we go. This is like a $699 12-inch speaker, Blues Junior by Fender, made in Mexico. It is a FSR, which is the Fender's limited run. It has a Western Tolex on it. That's why it looks so cool. It's like a brown, dark brown, although it looks a little reddish on camera. It's called the Western Tolex. This is the newer Fender Blues Junior. I'm sitting here in 2019 in the middle of the year, and this is a newer model. They have 3 of these things. Fender does, the Blues Junior. They have the traditional Fender Blues Junior, the 4th, that has the Eminence speaker in it. Not Eminence speaker, it has a Celestion speaker. I forget what model Celestion speaker. It's a plain Jane. But that's a $500, $600 combo amp. Then they have one with a red, white, and blue speaker by Eminence. And they claim that it has a lot of bottom end. It's a really nice speaker. This one is the Cannabis Rex by Eminence. It has really cool sound. I really like it. I turned this thing on and was completely floored by the quality of the sound of a $700 combo amp. So I'm going to go through this thing, go through its features and its quirks, and then I'll do a run-through video on it with the guitar. It really, really was luscious. So I'm going to go through what it has. As a limited run, so you got to run and go get one of these things. There's 3 different models. The cheapest one is the regular Blues Junior. It's, like I said, it was only $599, $600. The other 2, with the red, white, and blue Eminence and this Eminence speaker, Cannabis Rex, were closer to $700. It has 2 preamp tubes. It's the EL84 preamp tubes. And it has 3 preamp tubes, which are the 12AX7As. The Celestion's the A-type speaker. I just looked it up. The A-type speaker in the original model. Again, this is the little bit more expensive model because of the speaker. Actually, $200 more. I played the regular one. I like it. This one is incredible. It is a single channel, but it comes with the foot switch, which engages only the fat switch button, which gives it a little bit more bottom end, a little bit more sustain and distortion. This amp, no matter what you hear, doesn't do high gain. Not even with the foot pedal. I tried it. It will do, right off the bat, with all the knobs at 10, do cool 80s heavy metal to 70s rock. The blues on it, though, are just insane. I plugged in just a regular guitar, not a Fender Strat or Telecaster, and the blues on it was just intense. It has a reworked reverb tank on it, but what really is new about this, the 4 edition, Fender Blues, the 4th edition, is, the 4th be with you. I'm sorry. Was the fact that it has a reworked circuit on it. The circuit on it's reworked. And what they did is made it a lot more well-rounded. So this thing could be used not as a high gain, but in almost any other genre. Now I'm going to look at what I did. This is what I did. I just turned everything almost on to 10. See, the volume's on 10 and the master was on 10. I turned the reverb down and I just blew it. And it sounded great. You get really high in the volume and it doesn't mess with the thing at all. It sounds great all the way. No twangy sound. Supposedly the rework circuit on this took away some of that high-end twang along with the killer speaker. If you look here, there is no, one of the quirks is there is no standby switch. It's just straight on and off, on and on with a with the tube amplifier. A lot of times they'll have a standby switch, which now allows the tubes to cool down, either to turn it on or turn it off, give it an extra stage. Look at the Tolex on this. This is beautiful. That little Western Tolex. It has no feet whatsoever, so that's another kind of quirky thing. But the quality of Fender, they do really good on everything as far as the wood, the thickness of the wood. Here's the back badge, made in Mexico. So this thing was made in Mexico, shipped out to San Bernardino, which is like 100 miles from my house, and then shipped 1,500 miles to Illinois, and then shipped back to my house, which I'm 200 miles from Mexico. 250 miles where they made this thing. It's kind of funny. What's cool here, you can see the tank, but there's some Velcro, and the Velcro is so built into it so you can put the foot switch right in there. So it's kind of convenient. I did want to say, here's that fat switch right here. You hit that fat switch, like I said, and it gives you bottom end and a little bit more sustain and growl. And that's what the foot switch is for. The foot switch actually goes up. You see the power cord there on the left. They're also up inside. You don't even see the switch, nor do you see the speaker switch. You don't see it. You got to go up inside, and you'll see where you put the foot switch, which is really nice. But it's only for that little button. And if you're going to hit that button, it doesn't really affects it a little bit, but not enough to have... You need a secondary one, another channel, because the button really doesn't do that much. I would say the button would be better for the reverb than for that. The foot switch button would have been better for the reverb than just for that button that fattens it up and gives it a little bit more sustain. It's not that much more sustain or fattening up. So there we go. It's a 15-watt amp. So if I wanted to take it out of the circuit of that speaker and plug it into, I have other Fender cabinets, or just any other cabinet, I could do that too. But I'm going to refrain from that for a while. I really like the tone of this. It's for the price, it's a really gear geeky thing. This thing weighs almost 40 pounds. It's kind of small. It's smaller than my 10-inch Vox combo amp that I just reviewed. So this one's probably like, I don't know, 6 inches shorter, 6 inches not as wide, 4 inches not as thick, but they weigh about the same. Because the cabinet on this Fender is really nice. It's a beauty. They make really quality stuff. They really do. You pay a little extra, and I'll tell you again, for the $700, the tone on this is a tone that I've purchased actually $2,000 amplifiers that don't have the tone of this. It is a two-trick pony. You could play really killer blues and some rock and stuff metal, but you can't foot switch it to those tones. So you're kind of stuck with your settings, which will be awesome. So it's a great one-trick pony live, or get a few of them and just set them at different settings and get a foot switch amp selector. Great studio amp. Beautiful playing combo. So I look forward to doing a review where I do a playthrough for this thing. It's very enjoyable, but I wanted to shout it out there how great in tonality this is. This is the Cannabis Rex limited Fender's special limited run Fender Blues Junior number 4. It's a cool amp. All right, guys. Again, I look forward to doing a playthrough. You guys take care, and this is a really fun and killer tone amplifier. You got to go seek it out.